Hi, I'm Jim Myers. Welcome to the Dorothy Lumley Melrose Center for Technology, Innovation, and Creativity. The Melrose Center is a creative space here in the Orlando Public Library where our members can work on projects in audio, video, photography, digital media design, and also use our makerspace. Let me have the instructors tell you about our areas.
Hey everybody, I'm Tori. I'm one of the video instructors here at the Melrose Center. This is our video studio, and what we have is we really have all the equipment that you might need for filming your project, whether it's a YouTube video or a music video or a short film. Here, I'll point out some of the things for you. We have our Kino, Tegra, and Diva lights. We also have a boom mic for you. We have your camera. It's a Canon XF 105. So we have a live keyer that allows you to switch between multiple cameras, record your footage, and then also key out the green screen all in one take. Here we have our multi-view display. All your controls are right on the computer. We have a sound mixing board, but then we also have a light board as well that will allow you to adjust the lights on the pipe and then the ones here on the floor. So our pan tilt zoom cameras, our PTZs as we call them, we have two of them out in the staging area, and those are the two additional cameras that you have. So when you reserve the space, you actually have access to 3 different cameras. They're remote controlled, so just like a remote control car that you might have out at home, and you can zoom in and out, pan left and then pan right. You can also control the white balance and the iris and your focus. So really you have a lot of control right here in your control room.
Hello, I'm Winnie and welcome to the photo studio. In our photo studio you will find everything you need to complete any photo projects, from camera gear. We do offer a few Canon cameras and lenses. We also offer 3 strobes, which give you the versatility of multiple lighting setups. So you can do a 3-point lighting system, you can use just one softbox and light your subject so that you have equal shadows and equal highlights. It's a really versatile space where you can just kind of be creative and set up different looks. In the lighting classes, we teach you how to do a Rembrandt, we teach you how to do a head-to-toe lighting setup, and we also teach you how to do product photography with our flash equipment. In our photo studio, you will find that we have 3 seamless backdrops. We have our black, which you're looking at right now. We also have white and green screen. These are versatile, so that way you can set up around them, use them for portraits or head-to-toe pictures. Sometimes people, when they come in, they don't have like a friend or a guest that will volunteer to be on camera, so we added Stacy, our mannequin. She's just here to be a test subject. Like I said, sometimes people, they don't have a friend. It's like, oh yeah, I'll volunteer so you can practice. So she's our test subject, our practice buddy. She's always here. As well as this computer station where you can finish your work. You can edit in Lightroom or in Photoshop.
Nice. Hello guys, my name is Drigo. I'm one of the instructors here at the Melrose Audio Studio, and I just kind of want to tell you guys a little bit about all the stuff that we do here and talk to you guys a little bit about the equipment that we offer. You guys can use the studio for free if you guys are in Orange County and you guys have a library card. So we have the C24 controller here. We also have ISA 828 preamps. We have 16 inputs and 16 outputs, as well as a HDIO with basically Pro Tools 11 HD. We also have outboard synthesizers. We have 2 sets of speakers, all with the sub. And we can record full bands here. We have the full live room. We also have a, obviously this is the control room. We have the live room over here, and we have the sound booth to the right, and we have screens on both of those rooms, so that way you can look at yourself, look at the screen as you're recording, and as well as being able to record from those rooms as well. So you can actually book 3 sessions at a time once you become a member, and it's really cool. We do a lot of sessions here, so there's a lot of opportunity to grow just from the beginning all the way to being able to book your own sessions and recording your own band, or learning how we record other bands as well in our meetups, in our mix sessions that we have, as well as our open mics. So those are a couple little things that we do with the audio studio here. So definitely come by, check us out. So some of the requirements are going to be being a member of the Melrose Center. That's going to be number one. Number two is going to be having the audio studio orientation. And then there's 2 assessments that go into getting access to the space. That's going to be your live room assessment, and that's going to be a control room assessment. Now, both of those are going to be practical tests. We don't necessarily do like multiple choice or anything like that. So you actually have to come in here and show us how to use the equipment for you to be comfortable with equipment, because you're basically in here by yourself.
So some of the classes that we offer, like snap circuits you'll see here, these are electronic circuits. And they're pretty neat because they're put into this configuration of where you actually snap the circuits together. And what we do is we allow students to actually put circuits together by using the schematic right here. And then we explain to them a little bit about how everything works, so they get a pretty good understanding of how the circuitry and things like that. So this is really introductory from ages, let's see here, what age is this? Doesn't say, but ages are like from 11 and above. Even adults love it too. A kit like this has over 692 experiments, as you can see right here. So it can keep them pretty busy for a few years. Here, on this one right here, this is called Little Bits. Now, what's neat about this is magnetic. And so the circuit is actually made by making magnetic connections from one component to another. So what we do is we teach them, again, just like snap circuit, we teach them the order of how to make circuits work. And this is color-coded here, so we explain to them how to put the colors to work, and then they can make circuits. So they love that. These 2 things are very popular. Here is Arduino, which is a little bit different. This is for teens. And what we do here is this is a microcontroller. It's an Arduino, very popular in the open source environment, which is kind of neat because you can go on the internet and find tons of resources for this. And what we do is we teach them about the Arduino, go into in-depth about the board itself, and then we have them build circuits here. After that, we have programs. We explain how the programs work. They're called sketches. And so we go into and teach them a little bit about Arduino programming. There are 5 levels of this class here for teens and above, even adults too. Here we have 3D printing. We have 3 levels of 3D design printing classes that we teach. We teach how to use AutoCAD 123D, and we're also developing a new CAD class which will be designed for prototyping, and that will be coming out later this year. Now 3D printing is pretty popular by now, so I don't really need to go into a lot of details about it. So we have this printer here, the MakerBot, and then we have a Delta Maker over here as well. We also have an oscilloscope. When we're doing electronic circuits, we hook it up to show students how electronic waveforms are created and what they do and how they work. On this table over here, we have things that were created and classes that were created from them. We have here a piano, Arduino piano. It actually makes sounds. I don't have a battery for it. And here is a robotic arm that's designed around the Arduino, which I was explaining earlier. So we also teach this as a class too, and the neat thing about this is we teach them how to take a remote control, a regular remote control, and they can reprogram it to actually make it function. So when they press button, this will actually operate. They have the wheels. It's a really functioning robot that will roll on the ground by itself. And then here we have the CNC machine. We also teach, there's a class called Cut 2D. So we teach you how to design a project or anything, and then you can, depending on what it is you design, you can engrave it on wood or acrylic and then cut it out here. As you can see, here's a couple of things that were cut out from wood. And we also teach a class where they can actually make a clock, a really functional clock, and take that home with them. And that's pretty much what we do here. So really, the makerspace environment is we try to promote a lot of what people know as makerspace, and that's what our Fab Lab is about. So it depends on, like for example, the Arduino classes, they're just basic introductory, so you come in and you learn from there. There isn't any class that we teach that right now that we allow people to use our equipment by themselves. We're there with them to help them along.
All right.
So there's really, there's a makerspace open lab that we have the first and the third Saturdays of every month. And so that's a 4-hour segment. People can come in and they can use anything in here without supervision.
Now the cool thing about the Melrose Center is you have access to really nice computers, like the yet to be updated Mac Pro. It's been around for a few years, but this is probably the latest one that's been released, so it's the best one they could put in. This is nice. Makes it easier to plug in an SD card. And some black boxes. I'm sure those are expensive too, but I don't know what kind of computer they are. I also have card readers attached. And this nice conference room. I believe you do have to pay a little bit of money to rent this, but everything else here is free as long as you go through the training. And here's an audio editing bay. There are 2 of them. I believe that keyboard is always here, which is nice. That is, oh, that's an iMac Pro. Nice. And here is a look at the other music editing room, also with an iMac Pro. Have a nice MIDI keyboard. A place where you can plug in your stuff. I'm sure there's Pro Tools and a few other things on here. Pretty cool.
My name is Juan. I'm the interactive design instructor here at the Melrose Center. So I teach a lot of interactive design classes like game design, web design, that type of thing. We're right now in the simulator lab. The simulator lab, we make access, we give you access to a lot of equipment like this simulators. The simulators can help you sharpen certain skills, like we have a forklift simulator, a flight simulator, a driving simulator, and an excavator simulator. These simulators have self-guided modules to teach you certain skills. To get access to them, you just have to sit through an orientation. If you have a library card, you can reserve them for free for 2 hours every day. If you don't, it's only $5 for 2 hours. Part of the simulator lab, we also have gaming computers with VR equipment. So when you're standing within the tracking space, you could actually stand up and walk a certain distance and interact with the virtual world. Available for you to use to make your own virtual reality experiences. If you don't know how to do that, that's okay. We have a lot of classes here that teach you how to develop for certain equipment like virtual reality. We have the Oculus Rift and the HTC Vive. We teach you on how to make games using Unity. And all the way from beginner's level to more advanced skills like virtual reality. So check out our calendar for availability, and if you're interested on using any of this equipment, come and visit us here at the Melrose Center. We can give you a little tour and get you going right away. Unfortunately, we don't have the capacity to be able to certify anybody here, but learning the skill and then going to get certified, learning the skill ahead of time will make it a lot easier for you to get certified later on. Yeah, so basically it is for anybody who don't have access to this heavy machinery equipment like forklift or an excavator, or maybe they're just learning how to drive, or even don't have an airplane. They can come and learn how to do it here.
This is one of 2 sound booths you can use here at the Melrose Center. All you need to do is have a membership and be an Orange County resident. You don't have to spend any money on this. This is a high quality booth made by a company called Whisper Room. This comes with the stand, the microphone, the pop filter, the chair, also a music stand, a light on the music stand, a table, the recorder, a preamp with levels, a lamp on the table. What you have to bring is a compatible flash drive. You can buy one here. Also, you need to bring headphones. You can also buy those here as well. You probably should bring your own. I somehow managed to forget that because I was thinking of other parts of today's shoot. But another really cool thing about the Melrose Center. The only thing that's unfortunate about this is the guy speaking to the microphone doesn't have a great voice. But the microphone's very good.
Thank you for watching this video all the way through. Please exit through the gift shop.